So Matty, 3 wins on the bounce here at Silverroyd, an impressive performance from your side. You must be absolutely delighted with that performance.
Yeah, exactly. I think the way that the lads performed it, I think we were kind of pretty excited. Got put under quite a bit of pressure and they held their line, and our defence I think was probably the best defence we've had all season. So no, it's a great performance, and that's what we said during the week is what we were after was a performance, and if we could get it, the lads would come out on top, and we did today.
For the second time, Matty, in 3 games, Moortown being the other one, you've kept aside to scoring no points in one of the halves. You must have been really delighted because your side spent 50% of that first half penned in on your own line.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the guys' scrambled defence and what the guys did around that kind of pick and go area was fantastic. And obviously it's a bit difficult to kind of really kind of coach that. It's all about kind of like the want and the will to defend your line, and the way the lads did that was absolutely fantastic. And then to kind of come back and get points of our own, it's a huge kind of demoraliser for other kind of teams. And I thought we did that well. We kind of defended really well, and then obviously got back out of kind of trouble, and with Raddy's boot got down the end, and we picked up kind of penalties or a try, so it was great.
And for you as a coach, of course, Pocklington only scored 7 points throughout the game. Granted, they didn't actually score the points, it was a penalty try. For you, that must be an absolute delight for all the hard work that you've done throughout the week to keep a side without scoring their own and it just being your own mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. We looked at our kind of defensive kind of record at last year, and it probably wasn't good enough to our standards. So we've done a little bit on that, and probably a lot of communication around that. And I think the guys are really kind of wanting, and as I said, their will to kind of defend the line has been great. But then also our communication and our drift has been kind of second to none as well. And our last ditch tackles have been kind of going our way. So we need to make sure that we keep that up.
Yeah, it's always a feisty game between us and Pocklington, and it was today. I think maybe 6 yellow cards throughout the game. Is the discipline still something that you're trying to work on? I know it was just the odd error here and there, and it wasn't really fundamental issues that cost you. But is that something you're still looking to work on?
Yeah, I think so. We just got into a bit of a niggly kind of game, and I don't think it was a real 6-card kind of yellow card kind of game, but we've got to deal with those kind of situations. Sometimes it happens like that, and unfortunately both teams probably didn't play the ref very well, and anything after the whistle was pretty much getting yellow carded, and we kind of continued with it, and everyone kind of like reaped the benefits against it, and we ended up kind of down to 13 men twice, I think, in that game. So to kind of probably play maybe 20-25 minutes with 13 men and still only come away with 1 try, obviously it's a positive, but as you say, the discipline going down to kind of 13, 14, kind of for most of the kind of game, is something that obviously the lads need to look to themselves, because we're just putting ourselves under pressure.
Yeah, and of course you managed to get the bonus point midway through that second half. That must have been a delight for you with the attacking rugby that you'd shown, especially because you'd spent so much time defending. To get that bonus point is huge for you, isn't it?
Yeah, we spoke about the last kind of couple of weeks. I think when the guys are making breaks, there's probably 2 or 3 kind of guys there to offload. And it makes it a great entertaining rugby, and I think some of the tries that we scored today were absolutely kind of fantastic, and the support play and the chat and the communication from the lads when they kind of made breaks was great. I thought Dylan probably had his one kind of like probably a world-class kind of game, but I thought Will Renard the same, who obviously got man of the match, he was kind of fantastic as well. His engine and work rate is absolutely second to none. So a lot of guys put their hands up today, and it's great to see, and obviously the seconds got a win as well. So the seconds got off to a flying kind of start, I think, against Poc, and they came away. So it's great for the club, and it's great for the lads to kind of enjoy those kind of wins.
There definitely seems to be a really good feel-good factor around your side and the club in general, Matty. Of course, 3 wins in a row we touched on at the start, but we did touch on in the week about how good your side are here at home in conceding the second least amount of points throughout North 1 East table. That must be something that you're looking to keep going as we welcome Old Broads next weekend in what's going to be another tough game.
Yeah, exactly. We pretty much spoke straight after the game, as in like what we did after Morley is great that week's done, and we kind of finished that week. We reflect on kind of Tuesday, and then we kind of prepare for the next game, and Old Broads is no different. So we went there, and they give us a bit of a toweling up, and we learned a lot of lessons kind of out of that game, and we need to make sure that we kind of bring it back home and we rectify it, and what we kind of say is we need the kind of performances to just keep upping week in, week out, and hopefully we get that next week.